First, find the band which has one mark on the inside surface. You'll notice it's V-shaped. You need to hold it in your left hand so that the V is pointing away from you. Next, find the one which has two marks. It is also V-shaped. You also need to hold that so that the V is pointing away from you, and it's important that the first band is on the left. You might find that in the course of playing around, when you get the V's in place, and the way to always check that everything's okay is that the remaining two rings will hang down freely. You might find in playing around that the second ring with the two marks is on the left hand side. This is not going to work, so if that's the case, you need to actually move it across so that it's on the right. The whole point of doing this is simply to get them in the correct position while you focus on the remaining two rings. To focus on those two rings, you actually need to hold the first pair with a couple of fingers, and what I'm going to do to make things more obvious, get those fingers out the way so you can see more clearly, is to use a couple of bits of wire to substitute for those two fingers. Okay, from here you need to first take hold of this one. It's hanging on the right hand side, and hold it somehow or other with the thumb and another finger of your left hand. I'll use the wire. There's the piece being held with your left hand. With your right hand, you need to find where the marks are on the remaining band. There's three marks. Take hold where those marks are with the fingers of your right hand, and you need to form this figure 8. Both these bands go through the bottom hole of the 8. There's really not much to it. Simply that. That's the only tricky part. Once you're to there, you can actually, I'll get rid of the wire. You don't need to hold these in your fingers anymore. Fingers of your left hand, you're holding the combined rings together. With your right hand, you take hold of the ring that's hanging down on the right and swing it so that the V is pointing across to the left, and it fits into place. If you take the rings, combined rings now with your right hand, swing the remaining ring around so that this V points to the right, and it simply falls into place.